Hi, Marissa. This is Elizabeth Gomez, and I am responding to your commentary number two. So, throughout the video, I just have some notes on my desktop that I'm going to refer to so that I don't forget anything important that I wanted to mention. So first off, I thought it was interesting that we both did word clouds. You had mentioned in your summary that there were many words that were similar throughout all the text, and I immediately made that connection as well, and I was like, word cloud, perfect. So I thought that was clever. Um, and surprisingly, we had different words, but I feel like both of our words together kind of summarize the main ideas. Some words that we did have in common were assessment and summative, and some words that were different were strengths, weaknesses, data, performance. Um, in your word cloud, you had put data extremely big, and I thought that was really smart because data is so important. That's why we are administering all of these assessments, um, because using that data, that's how we enhance our teaching. So I thought that was smart. Um, Oh, speaking of data, it reminded me of the Pharrell article because the article was talking about if it's beneficial to show students their data or not and the growth, and if it will motivate them or demotivate them. And reading the article and looking at your word cloud, it made me think about how I have seen that play out in real life. And for example, in the high school I work at, the students take an iReady exam in English and math throughout the year, 3 times a year, beginning, middle, and end. And throughout the whole process, we show them the data. And I'm sorry, they're doing construction. But I show them the data, and in my experience, it has motivated the students. They're very excited. They feel good about themselves when they went up a bunch of points in iReady. But I don't know if that could be because they're older and like they have more autonomy over their learning. But in my experience, it had worked. Uh, uh, I think my biggest takeaway, and something that you had also mentioned, is that um, you have to make a lot of considerations if we administer an exam and set a purpose, right? So I'm administering this assessment because I want to find out this about my student. And by finding that out, you learn strengths, weaknesses, and you use that to tweak your teaching. For me, my biggest takeaway overall was that there's not one good assessment and one terrible assessment. It really just depends on the purpose and what you plan to do with that. So, nice job. Thank you for listening and have a nice night.